Happy Halloween, everybody.
Ooh,
I am Roller Coaster Rider,
I am Kate.
and in continuing of Halloween month, or, well, burning our retinas, we're going to review Elvira, Mistress of the Dark.
Whoa.
We have a
Boo.
we have a little bit of experience with Elvira. Superstition was a simulator that was at our home park of Six Flags Great America for many years during Halloween,
Mm-hmm.
and probably at many Six Flags parks near you. Also, we saw Elvira herself, Cassandra Peterson, do a parody of herself in Lego Scooby Doo Haunted Hollywood.
Yes.
So now let's talk about Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, for Halloween.
Okay.
Subscribe so I can afford batteries.
Uh,
Anyway, in this, it starts with
Sorry. She's working at a TV station.
she's basically doing what she does. She does the Midnight Madness thing, and
It's like on a off
it's a cable
cable,
channel.
yeah,
It's a
from the
cable show.
80s that
Mm-hmm.
weren't that great. Yep.
Yeah, that's how she made her career. That's the character of Elvira. She made lame jokes while reviewing campy B movies.
Okay.
Hence what we saw later with what was it? Attack of the Killer Tomatoes?
That was in this movie.
And so was Flashdance, Rambo.
And who did she mention? Your favorite director.
Yeah, from our two-part Roger Corman Film Festival, she mentions Roger Corman. There's also some fourth wall breaking, and while, 94% of her jokes probably didn't stick well,
No,
they
they
were,
they just kind of bottomed out.
yeah, they were like jokes that you would tell like if you were 14. There were several jokes that were pretty funny, especially her fourth wall breaking and um the dog.
Oh yeah, the dog was. Why she did that to that poor dog, I don't know.
'Cause she's edgy, yo.
Okay.
Anyway, let's
Anyway,
get back.
yes.
Um,
So she's working at this B-rated cable
B movie
show.
show.
Yeah.
And something happens. We're not in. I'm.
You need to say it.
What? She gets fired? Something
No, she
happens?
quits.
She quits because the
New
the
owner,
new owner is a me, hashtag Me Too person,
horny little devil.
which makes up 90% of the people in this well, probably 80% of the men in this movie.
True.
You okay?
Yep.
So she makes a fuss on television or on live television, and the girl's hair falls off, which I think is kind of funny.
The broadcaster, the
Yeah.
newscaster.
So then she finds out that her great aunt has died, and is like doing an estate read.
Hmm. The will.
Sorry, you can tell I've never been in any wills. Um, what?
Nothing.
So she goes on a cross country tour
Right, I think
from
she's in California and she's
to
got to go
to
to,
somewhere in Massachusetts, Fallsville, somewhere.
yes, Fallsville or
So that way she
Fallsview.
can get $50,000 for her
She's
show
hoping, she's dreaming.
in
Las
Las
Vegas at the
Vegas.
Flamingo.
Hmm.
They will not.
They don't say the flamingo until the end of the movie.
Oh, I thought that they did.
No, she just said Las Vegas.
Oh, I thought her manager brought it up.
Hmm.
That
Maybe that you
they
did.
won't do the show unless she comes up with the front money of 50,000. So she's dreaming that this estate, she's gonna get the money.
Is a giveaway on like a game show, which is pretty funny. And you called it that it was a dream, and it was. And it's the character of Elvira. Do I need to say she wears revealing clothing during this movie?
No,
That should go without saying.
and mostly black.
Again, this is Halloween for a reason.
I didn't
Um,
realize that she paints her eyelashes on her eyelids.
I thought her eyelashes were kind of weird.
She had very long eyelashes, so fake eyelashes, but she had painted thicker, longer on her eyelid up to her brow. So kind of weird. But anyway, that's something I learned.
So anyway, along the way, there's a lot of funny jokes like the don't like smoking is bad for your health,
Mm-hmm.
and the thing about the hitchhiker where like 10 seconds later he kicks her out, or
She kicks him
she
out.
kicks him out,
Mm-hmm.
and then she ends up in Fallsville or Falls Land. We
Well, in
apologize.
Oklahoma, she gets gas and it's self-serve.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. The
Okay.
smoking one.
Oh yeah, he goes up in flames.
Spoiler alert. That was one of the funnier gags.
Okay, sorry, we're not supposed to be talking about that, huh?
So anyway, then after well, we have to leave some suspense besides everything else.
The spells.
No, I
Anyway,
was gonna say like 90% of the video because we're pretty much in the dark. It was a lame joke. Thanks for not getting it. Um,
just kind of thoop thoop thoop.
you said you understood my vision.
Whatever.
So anyway, after she's pretty much treated as an outsider. She makes a lot of PG-13 jokes. The
Well,
movie is
because
rated
she's got the high
PG-13.
school kids helping her.
Mm-hmm. She inherits this house, a dog, and a cookbook.
Recipe book.
Tomato, tomato. So anyway, the dog is like this poodle who she's like, ugh, I'm not a fan of you. So she pretty much gives the dog a makeover.
Punk rock hair.
Yeah, punk rock hair, shades of like she was previously an all white dog. She gets shades of black. Um,
And then she wears
and
he.
and
Isn't it a he? He wears a belt.
I don't know.
It's
And then
really
changes his name to like uh
gunk.
Gunk. Yeah, I think that's what his name
That
was.
was part of his name. I forgot the full name. Something something gunk. Anyway,
Lola Gunk. I don't know. So anyway, she inherits the house. It's pretty much a haunted house. Like
yeah, I thought she
it's
would
pretty much the
really
haunted
like
mansion.
it.
It's pretty
Yeah.
much the haunted mansion at Disney parks.
Mm-hmm. It reminded me of this house where JJ went to college. Remember that house of many colors?
Well, that's after it gets painted.
Yeah. They bring all these different the teenagers, the high schoolers are
And you
helping her.
and you think that it's just going to be the teenage boys because they're like, ooh, breasts and butt. But then they're
The teenage boys were paying to work.
but then not only that, but then the teenage girls started appearing. So I don't know what was in it for them, but okay, cool.
Hmm.
And because Elvira is, well, there's no way to say it, very noticeably different than everybody else, it's kind of like, how can I put this? It's kind of like, oh jeez, it's kind of like putting Lady Gaga in Pleasantville.
Right. It's like a town that does not have fun, and then
All
Elvira
their theaters
comes.
show only G-rated
Right.
movies.
That's only what they're allowed to.
And they show like documentaries and stuff at the movie theater.
Bob runs the movie theater.
Oh yeah, that was his name. Let's see. Um, the uncle
Wants the recipe book.
wants the recipe book, and magician fans out there, he looks very similar to Paul Daniels. Kay will have no idea who I'm talking about, but he looks like Paul Daniels, complete with a fake eye.
Hmm.
Or
Could be a contact.
or No, not necessarily a fake eye. Like,
A glass eye.
no, lazy eye maybe?
Well, one lazy eye and one glass eye. But anyway, and there was something strange about him wanting this recipe book. And
Yeah,
so
I had a. Okay, you say yours and then I'll say my theory.
I thought it was spells or
Don't make it so
something.
shaky. We're not that kind of horror movie. You were shaking the camera like you are right now.
Sorry.
Dang it.
Anyway, it's all dark here.
Yeah, but you're shaking it.
Okay, I'll stop. So
This
anyway,
isn't Blair Witch.
I knew it was going to be a spell book, and then as soon as he went through the bookcase and
Mm-hmm.
went to the basement underneath his office, which I thought was the movie theater, but I guess it was across the street.
Yeah. And then that's when he does the curse. What?
Mm-hmm. Yes, he needed the recipe book by the total eclipse, which was
Total
in about
eclipse of
in
the
about a
heart.
week.
That's for you. That's for you. Say a song. Hope I'm saying your name right. Don't ask. Anyway, the town keeps trying to kick Elvira out, even to the point of like making it so no employees can hire her. She
The
and
high
that
school students can't help her fix
yeah.
up the house, or they'll be expelled.
Mm-hmm. So then she shows a showing of Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, and then does a flash dance thing at the end. Which do you think that was her, or was that a stunt double doing some of
It
those
was a
flips?
stunt double
How do you know?
because it just had her head in certain spots.
Okay. Well, it was like Flashdance, and
Yep.
they did use a double for Jennifer Beals. Is that her name?
Hmm.
And then at the end, as opposed to having a bucket of glitter poured on her, has
Hmm.
I thought it was going to be pig's blood.
But it was tar
Yeah, she was tarred and feathered.
by Miss Patty, who
Mm-hmm.
runs the bowling alley.
And isn't as muscular as her.
She appears to be.
Yeah. Um, she then decides. Wait.
Revenge.
Let's see. Let's stop at the point of her being on the stake. She eventually finds out that she is part witch, including don't say what it is, but there's a pretty funny gag involving a baby. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you?
With the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was really funny. So anyway, the uncle tries to make it. The uncle says, "She's a witch." Oh wait, and that's after a very interesting picnic,
Oh, yeah. Elvira gets back at him.
and
She made her casserole or something.
yeah, but she
Casserole.
used hamburger helper instead of like certain meat, which I thought was kind of funny. And
Everybody liked it.
they liked a lot of things. Um, what?
I just scratched my nose.
Put it a little more up to your face. Show your face like what I'm doing, see?
Mine doesn't do that. See? Mine's too bright.
Anyway, so then she gets nailed or no, she gets
It's
tied.
tied.
Tied at the stake to be set on fire, and we're not going to say anything else. So,
Oh,
Kay.
darn.
So, Kay, what did you think of the movie?
It was very cheesy and dumb, but towards the
Well,
end,
cheesy dumb can be good.
but towards the end, kind of got a little bit interesting, maybe.
Mm-hmm. And something I do want to say is that this movie is rated PG-13. You could probably get a... yeah, it's PG-13. It probably could get away with like a a high PG. Uh, to me, there was only like one. Like, you're not a big fan of gore, but like you were okay through 90% of it.
Mm-hmm.
There was only one. For me, the only part you probably didn't like was when she was making food
Ooh, yeah.
and them throwing away the food. I don't know why you had a problem with that.
Well, I kind of watched a little bit of it.
I thought you were like,
It was
ew, gross.
Attack of the Casserole.
Yeah, it was. Maybe that might have been a reference to Mean, or no, Little Shop of Horrors,
Yeah,
like the "Feed Me, Seymour."
could
Have
be.
you ever seen that movie?
Not that I recall.
It's hilarious. It still holds up, and there's a lot of celebrities that you'll recognize.
Oh, okay.
So anyway,
I, I just
there
to see
is.
the baby is
Mm-hmm.
like kind of worth it,
Yeah, there is a little
and
there.
the magic of the dog.
Well, yeah,
How it transforms from this poodle to this punk poodle.
yeah, that was pretty funny. Um,
Poor thing.
let's see, what else do we want to talk about?
And then in the end, you really don't know if she got her dream or not.
Yeah, I was thinking that yeah, that was gonna be whatever. Let's, but that happens after the stake, so we can't
I
really
know.
talk
I'm
about
not
it.
going into it.
Anyway,
If you like
um,
Elvira and you like cheesy Halloween stuff, that does have some
if
gore,
you
some fake
if you
horror,
like 80s gore comedy like Little Shop of Horrors,
and
like
it's not bad to just
I
check it out
haven't
at the library
I haven't
or
seen
YouTube
I
it or
haven't
something. Don't buy it.
like rented, yeah, or well, I mean, in case we're monetized again, then definitely buy it. Buy it on Blu-ray. Buy 12 copies on Blu-ray.
Give them out as Halloween treats. Trick or treat. Here you go. Blink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No.
Let's see. Is there anything else I want to say? Uh,
Not much.
oh, I haven't seen Rocky Horror Picture Show, but I imagine you could do a triple feature of this Elvira movie, uh, um, Little Shop of Horrors, the remake, not the black and white movie.
Mm.
I've seen the black and white movie. It's very slow and boring. The remake with music is much better, and I guess Rocky Horror Picture Show you could probably do a triple feature and probably have a pretty good Halloween.
Mm.
There's a
Okay.
lot worse things you could do and watch. Like you could watch Rob Zombie movies.
True. Okay.
Uh, hmm.
Would you recommend it?
Yeah, I'd recommend it. I got some laughs. It was pretty funny. Um, she was one of the writers, so I'm assuming she. It seems to me like this might be a love letter to like those cheesy 50s, 60s horror movies.
Mm.
I that might be just a cop out. That might be just a cop out answer, and I don't like it when some people do that. But it really does feel like a love
But
letter.
every movie she's in is cheesy.
Well,
She doesn't get good writing.
she's only done a few movies, and she mainly like talks about movies, like how she was in Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Hmm.
That was basically the show. I haven't seen the
Okay.
show, but that's pretty much what it was.
Okie dokie.
Anyway, I have nothing else to say except join us next time when we review another 80s horror movie that hopefully will be a little bit better.
Happy Halloween.
Bye.
Bye.
You can now vanish.